The first International Exhaust Emissions Symposium was held over the 20th and 21st of May 2010 at Bosmal Automotive Research and Development Institute in Bielsko-Biała, Poland. Experts from automotive and engine manufacturers and their suppliers discussed emissions-related issues and reported on the current status, trends and the near future regarding engine exhaust gas emissions. On Thursday the 20th of May, delegates from 27 organizations, representing between them 7 different countries, presented papers in 4 sessions covering the following areas: emissions legislation and test method development, catalyst technology and emissions reduction methods, engine fuel and oil development. As well as the speakers, many additional persons attended, with a total of around 70 participants. The symposium was opened by Bosmal President Dr. Antony Świątek. In his opening address, he mentioned how regulation of exhaust emissions had been a crucial driver of the development of combustion engines, and that this driver would continue to be of great importance in the future too.
Firma działa od 72 roku.
The firm was founded in 1972, so that's 38 years already.
Maja tego roku.
However, from the 1st of May this year, control of the company is fully in our hands. The firm has been privatized.
Została sprywatyzowana od 1.
It's no longer Automotive Research and Development Center Bosmal. It's now Bosmal Automotive Research and Development Institute Limited.
Oczywiście. My będziemy
Obviously, we will be managing this as we have been doing up to this point.
Tym, co do tej pory żeśmy robili, mając 300-osobowej załogi.
Having 300 employees, of which 170 are engineers, professors and doctors, who are specialists in the areas of vehicles and engines, we can't do anything other than work on motorization development.
Nie możemy robić tylko pracy z zakresu rozwoju motoryzacji.
Currently, together with our partners, we are able to manage key term projects for automotive industry in area of powertrain development and in general in vehicle development. It is fruit of our long experience and the partnership we established during the years of cooperation.
This first International Exhaust Emissions Symposium we organized first time at Bosmal this year. What was idea of this symposium? We wanted to meet with our customers, with our friends, colleagues, and give all of them, and also for us, opportunity to meet together, to exchange information, to speak about important problem related to emission of gaseous pollutants or particulate matter and CO2 emission. And of course, very important point of the symposium, it was opening of our new emission testing laboratory that meet Euro 5, Euro 6 and SULEV American regulation.
Well, in exhaust emissions development, there's a lot of activities going on at the moment. But if I had to say what's the most important activity, then I would say definitely the World Light Duty Vehicle Test Procedure, the WLTP. This is the most ambitious in that it will, its target is to replace all of the current emissions legislation with a single procedure that will handle all the different types of vehicles and all the different fuels and also all the different components which are currently measured. So I would say that's the most important at the moment.
I think first what we will see is that the toxic emissions are not anymore so important. Modern cars are really clean. We will see in the next 2-3 years that diesel cars with particulates, with NOx emission will be also clean. After this, the major will be climatic gas concerns, so greenhouse gases, CO2 emission, which will be reduced heavily. And long term, for sure, it will become important and we are independent from fuel supplies, so to go to biomass fuel, to sun and wind and water to produce electricity and drive maybe with electrical cars.
Construction of the laboratory. Because finally we need to open the laboratory. Okay.
The symposium also featured the opening ceremony of Bosmal's new Euro 5 and 6 emissions testing laboratory, located inside a climatic chamber of volume 620 cubic meters. This facility, one of only a handful in Europe, enables the execution of emissions and performance tests at ambient temperatures ranging from minus 35 degrees C to plus 60 degrees C with high thermal stability.
We at ABL, List GmbH, an Austrian-based company, has been selected as the supplier for the chassis dynamometer of this new emission lab. And as usual in the industry, not only here in Poland at Bosmal, but in general, this lab has been established in steps. So, and ABL was involved from the very beginning because we have installed this chassis dynamometer already some years ago. It was always a plan to further develop the lab towards a climatic Euro 5, Euro 6 chamber. And let me say one word to the cooperation with Bosmal. I know this gentleman since many years now, and it is always a pleasure to work with them. For two reasons. On one side, they are extremely competent in technique. They know everything from the regulation, but on the other hand, meanwhile, they became friends, and this makes their life in business really great.
Based on a very fruitful cooperation with the specialists of Bosmal emission team, we have been able to build up an excellent state-of-the-art laboratory here in Bielsko-Biała, which is not only fulfilling today's requests of legislations and directives, but it also is ready for future demands.
The fuel have an important role in reducing the engine emissions. I think that the evolution of the fuel quality directive is a challenge to be accepted as an opportunity to giving better environmental sustainability.
I can say that to fulfill emission target, it's very important that all the engine system works well. So for engine system, I mean also other components like engine oil and fuels. So engine oil and fuels should be defined and developed according to the engine functioning and functionality, but also for emissions. This is very important. For example, oil has to be reduced ashes for good working of after treatment. Fuels is important for CO2 emission, for CO2 reduction. So everything is important around the engine.
On the one hand, there's this scientific technical symposium, and on the other hand, we're meeting for discussions regarding collaboration.
In the last years, to meet the new emission requirement and to reduce the CO2, new technologies be applied to the diesel engine. For example, variable displacement oil pump, stop and start, and low temperature EGR. To check the functionality and the reliability of these new contents, new test procedure has been developed, and Bosmal give us a big contribute to test this new procedure and to optimize it.
Allora, io rappresento la Mecaprom Italy.
I represent Mecaprom Italy, who have made an agreement with Bosmal to give our support with engineering for the testing which Bosmal performs, and so on. Our collaboration with them is brilliant, and I believe that in the future we will expand beyond the European market to other countries where we are already present.
Oltre all'Europa andremo anche in altri paesi dove noi siamo già presenti.
So we are cooperating with Bosmal for many years in the development of new exhaust emission system. Today is very important to have the control of NOx, so we are moving toward the Euro 6 legislation. We are doing the job with Bosmal both on road, making aging on the vehicle. We have a vehicle here daily, that will be equipped in the future with the Euro 6 configuration. And at the same time, we have a test cell in which we try to anticipate what can happen on the road and to implement in the exhaust system the measure to have the best performance, both for emission and for fuel consumption. This is what we are doing with Bosmal for many years now, is 4 years of cooperation, and we hope with this new facility we will continue for the next years successfully.
Petronas Lubricants Italy will be in charge to develop also alternative and innovative fuel as a direct request coming from Malaysian headquarters. For this reason, we are going to improve and update our test facilities to investigate the effect of the fuel both on engine performance and emission. And considering the very huge and strong expertise of Bosmal in this field, I think that we can have very good opportunities for further cooperation also in future, especially for test methodology and result correlation.
We are pleased to have been collaborating with Bosmal for several years now, and this fruitful collaboration has resulted in improvements to our products. After all, PK Orlen is one of the main fuel suppliers for the Central European market, and the necessity of testing as well as improvement of fuel quality and the growing demands in this area mean that we must work together with companies who can help us to verify and further improve fuel quality. Bosmal is an example of an institution where we can accomplish this in a very efficient manner.
On the end of this symposium, I have to say that I am personally very satisfied of this meeting. Many our customers, many our friends attend. We have 13 very interesting presentation, very high-level presentation done by real specialists of emission, of fuels and powertrain development.
Feedback from those attending the symposium was very positive, and given the level of interest shown by so many key players in the automotive industry, Bosmal hoped to organize similar events in future years.